Welcome to Becoming Your Own BFF with host Randy Haveson. Let's agree that life gives us hurdles, but how often do we turn those hurdles into walls? Randy will give you strategies to break down the walls and clear the hurdles that are in your way. The goal of the show is to help you find happiness and joy at levels you didn't even know existed. Becoming Your Own BFF starts now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome or welcome back. So I was just sitting here. I had a topic in mind. I decided, no, I want to do something else. And my topic and my title today is Don't Take Yourself So Seriously. You know, it's amazing to me. I still do this too, that when there's a lot going on in my life, I tend to think that everything needs immediate attention and I get whelmed and everything seems bigger than it actually is. And when I can step back and just look at it and say, wow, in the long run, every single piece of this is going to work out. And about 90% of it, I won't even remember. So when I get that perspective, it makes the situation a lot easier to deal with. But I know a lot of people that still feel overwhelmed when there's a lot going on and a lot of moving pieces, and they don't know what to do with it. And all they want to do is curl up in a ball on the bed or sit in front of the TV watching soap operas, eating bonbons. And building self-esteem, and what we're talking about here, becoming your own BFF, it's when things are really stressful, it's being kind and gentle with yourself. When things are stressful, your best friend doesn't say, oh my God, how are you going to take care of this? What are you going to do first? How are you going to do it? Your best friend doesn't say that. Your best friend is like, hey, okay, yeah, there's a lot going on, but let's take it one step at a time. What can I do to help you? What do you need to do first? So treat yourself kindly when there's a lot going on. Again, I talk about this a lot, and it's like, because there's a lot going on. Personally, professionally, transition-wise, I just celebrated 2 months being here in San Diego, only 2 months, and recently divorced and change of everything, and a lot going on with my business, really exciting things that I'm not allowed to tell you yet, but hopefully soon. And, another thing to say is, if you want to be informed on the things that are going on, shoot me an email, randy@randyhaveson.com. And when we're ready to announce things, we'll let you know. Another thing to let you know, this weekend, my book, Becoming Your Own BFF, is on Kindle for free. So throughout the weekend, you can go to Amazon, go to Becoming Your Own BFF, and download the Kindle version of my book for free. It's something that I wanted to do. And I'm happy to do it. So some people were asking, so there you go. Okay, not taking yourself so seriously. Even though there's a lot going on in your life, in my life, it seems like everybody I know has like all these things going on right now. And it's cool because this is a transition time in a lot of ways. And there's a lot going on the planet and in our country. And some of it not so good, some of it getting better, but still there's a lot. And it's easy to get caught up. But one of the suggestions and one of the things that I do, and I did this last weekend, it's important to make time because you're not going to have time. Make time to play. Do something that you enjoy. Just turn off the computer. If you can, turn off the phone or put on Do Not Disturb for a few hours and just play. Do something you enjoy. This last weekend, I went with a friend. We went down to the Birch Aquarium, which is right down the street, and it was fun. And we were there for a couple hours. The view from up there, amazing. And we got to see seahorses and penguins. And it was just so much fun to be there. And when I was there, I wasn't thinking about all the other things that I have going on in my life. So to find that balance and do things that are actually fun for you. So whether it's go to a movie, turn everything off and read a book for a couple hours, go for a hike, go for a walk, whatever it is, find something that you can do to just have fun. And I got to tell you, afterwards, you're going to feel a lot better. The goal here is to find balance between all the different things going on in your life, finding balance within yourself, with your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual selves, finding balance between family, work, fun, play. It's really important to do that and to not get sucked into all the details and the drama and everything going on in your life. So there are tools that you can use. Some of the tools that I use, number one, going and having fun. Another one that I use, and I talked about this a couple weeks ago, and now I have it right here, my journal. I do write in my journal. It's liberating to get the things from my head and put them on paper, or to call a friend. I have a couple friends that, I'll text them and say, do you have time to talk? I could use a friend right now. And every single time they say, sure, no problem. Give me a couple hours. Or yes, I would love to talk to you, but today is busy. Can we talk tomorrow? My friends don't blow me off. They let me know. I can talk tomorrow. I can talk in an hour. I can talk now. Call me. So find those people, find that tribe of people that can support you, especially if you're making changes in your life and looking to raise your self-esteem and to doing the things that I'm outlining in my book, or the things that I talk about here on the podcast or the YouTube videos, wherever it is that you're listening or watching this. My hope is that I'm giving you tools and things that you can do in your life to make the load a little lighter. If you're carrying 50 pounds of rocks in your backpack from childhood trauma and things going on in your life, family life, work life, the things going on, the goal here is not to get rid of the whole backpack at once. That's an unrealistic expectation. What is realistic is getting rid of one of the rocks, just 1 pound, just one piece of it, and figure out which one it's going to be for you. Meditating or journaling or hiking or just talking to a friend, find the things that are going to reduce the stress so that you go from feeling overwhelmed to being whelmed to being stressed to doing all right. And yeah, things are okay. Because again, the things that I was stressed about a year ago, no idea what they were. And a year from now, I can't wait as all these things are released and as my transition here is over and I really settle into my new life here and I make new friends and my businessy stuff is taking off, whether it's the speaking or the coaching or the other things that I have in store. I'm really excited. So right now it feels whelming, but in the long run, I'm good. So I wish that for you too, to find just a little break from the things that are going on. And some of them might be really big. Some of them might be health issues or family issues or recovery issues, whatever it is, whatever your thing is that you're stressing over that's draining a lot of your energy right now. Breathe and just put one foot in front of the other. I love Disney movies. I love pretty much everything Disney. As you can tell, I got my little Disney shirt on today. And one of my, I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite movies, but one of the movies that has some of the most profound wisdom in it is Finding Nemo. Love, love, love that movie. And the piece that I want to talk about now is the part where Marlin, who is a bag of anxiety and afraid of everything and just wants to stay in his anemone. And yeah, he had a horrible trauma and it was devastating for him. And that's why he was so protective of Nemo and why he was so afraid of the world. I mean, he had some anxiety before, but after the tragedy, even more. He just wanted to stay in his anemone. But Nemo wanted to live his life. I don't have to tell you the whole story, but the part that I want to bring up now is when they had to go find the mask that would give the address of where Nemo was. It fell to the bottom of the ocean. And Marlin looked down and saw how dark it was. He said to Dori, "How are we supposed to go down there? It's dark." And she said, "You just keep swimming. Just keep swimming." And that's how you do it. Just no matter how dark it seems, you just keep swimming and just trust it's going to be all right. And every time I have swam into the darkness, it turns out okay. And yeah, sometimes there are monsters down there, but I just swim away from the monsters. Like, run away. And I do, and I'm okay. Because you know what? I swim faster than the monsters. And you swim faster than the monsters. One of the things I talk about all the time, you are stronger than you know you are. If you're watching this and you're listening to this and you're wondering, wow, can I do this too? The answer is a resounding yes, you can. And the trick is to stay out of your own way. Use the tools outlined here and outlined in my book, and you too can have that freedom. It's there for you. And don't let the fear get in your way. You know, one of the things I talk about all the time is that courage is action in the face of fear. And courage is one of my key core values. You know, I talk about developing a core value system. We all say we have values, but what are your core values? And one of mine is courage. I walk through some pretty significant things, and I walk through a whole bunch of little things. And that's the deal with courage. You just keep walking, no matter how scared you are, no matter how anxious you are, you just walk. You don't let the anxiety win. You don't let the fear win. Because look at the thing you were afraid of a year ago, 5 years ago, and you walked through it because you're here today. Good for you. So you can do this one too. Find the tools, use the tools, find your community, find the people that can support you and honor you and recognize your success and say, yay, good for you, rather than, really, you think that's going to work? Find the people that are going to support you, and amazing things are going to happen in your life. Geez, man, when I think about where I was all those years ago and where I am today and how I got here and just the gifts that have been coming my way, yeah, there's a lot. But when you just keep moving forward and don't take yourself too seriously, realize that this too shall pass, and breathe, and you'll be all right. And if there's anything I can do to support you, all you have to do is ask. You know, I love being of service to other people. It's my natural high. And I have my boundaries. I don't let people take advantage of me. I don't do things that I don't want to do. But when I do, I put myself into it fully. So you can do that too. So find gratitude in your life. That's another thing that really helps. When things are seeming so bleak and so, oh my God, how am I going to get out of this? Take a pause, take a couple deep breaths. Think of 3 things you have to be grateful for. Let's see, what are my 3 things that I'm grateful for? Oh, I'm so grateful for my dog, Simba. Love Simba. He's awesome. And I love hanging out with him, playing with him, and taking him for walks. Love hanging out with Simba. So yeah, it can be little things like that. I'm grateful for, it doesn't have to be big things. It can be little things too. I'm grateful that I'm healthy today. I'm grateful that I have food in my refrigerator. I'm grateful that I have friends who love me unconditionally. I'm grateful. God, I could go on and on and on and on. I'm grateful for this gift of a new day. I'm grateful for the pain that I have walked through to make me the person that I am today. If I didn't go through all that, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing this for you. I wouldn't be in this amazing apartment. Oh my God, this last weekend, the Blue Angels were in town. The Miramar Air Base show was going on. And every year the Blue Angels come. And I heard that there are about 100,000 people who show up at Miramar Air Force Base. But I was up on the roof of my apartment building watching the Blue Angels. One of the things that they did, they flew probably 100 yards from my building, like loud, like you would not believe loud. I could read US Navy on the bottom of their wings. It was awesome. Oh my God, so cool. And it's one of the gifts of, when I moved here to San Diego and it was like, where am I going to live? Okay, let me narrow it down. And I went online and I did my research, and it was fun for me. It was fun to do the research. And it's like, oh, I need to find a place to live. I was like, yeah, let's find a place to live. And I did a ton of research, and I came up with like 5 different options, and I looked at the different places, and I went to the first one and it's like, no way. Went to the second one, possible. Went to the third. Wow, this is amazing. Went to the fourth. Ooh, I could see living here. And I started doing the process, pros and cons, reading reviews, did all of my homework. And I landed on another one as my top choice. But they had trouble verifying my income. I was like, what are you doing? Why are you giving me a hard time about this? So, okay, let me see if the second one's going to give me any trouble. I said, what do you need? They told me what they needed. I sent it in. Next day, you're approved. That was my sign that I wasn't supposed to be at that other place. I was supposed to be here. Wouldn't have seen the Blue Angels from the other one. Not able to see sunset over the ocean from my balcony at the other one. It's amazing how things work out how they're supposed to, even though if it doesn't always work out. And when I go into acceptance and gratitude, amazing things happen in my life. And they can happen in yours too. So go for it. What do you want to have the courage to do today? What is it you can do to take better care of yourself today? What are 3 things you have to be grateful for? And which part of this that you're dealing with right now do you not have to take yourself so seriously? So let me know what I can do to help you out. Let me know how I can be of service to you. Whether it's the coaching, the book, you have questions, let me know. And if I can help you out, I will. So I hope you have an awesome week. Enjoy, and I will see you here again. Oh, and I'm excited for that. A lot of cool stuff going on. Can't wait to tell you. Take care. Bye.
You've been listening to Becoming Your Own BFF with your host, Randy Haveson. Tune in every Friday at 1:30 Pacific on transformationtalkradio.com for more tools to stop being your own worst bully and start becoming your own best friend. Learn essential skills to boost self-esteem and overcome the devastating effects of ego. By focusing on physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being, you can start listening to your best friend voice rather than your inner bully voice. For more information, visit randyhaveson.com.